So now that we're done with wholesale, let's go into handmade. If you're going to decide between wholesale and handmade, of course we need to know what handmade is. Handmade skincare products are literally skincare that you're making in your kitchen, in your home office, home laboratory, whatever it is, wherever it is that you're making it in your home. You also have handmade as being, you have a warehouse and you're hand making it there as well. So it has different levels to it, and everyone is at a different level, a different stage in their life. The pros of handmade is that you know where your raw material is coming from. You actually know the raw material. You have an idea of what the raw material can do. You can explain to your customers what this combination of ingredients is doing for them. You basically create a bond with the product because you're making it piece by piece. You're literally brick by brick, layer by layer, creating this product for your customers, so you know what's going in it. You know how much of it is going in it. You also know where this product is coming from, even if you're buying the raw ingredients from a supplier, which I hope that some people, you can know where this supplier is getting this product from based on what they put on their website. Now, we don't always believe what is on the website, but we're selling products here. Eventually, you're going to have to find somewhere that you trust to get these ingredients from. That way, it creates some type of trust with the product, some type of trust with the customer, and you're so bonded and tied to it. I feel like it gives it a more passionate sell, right? So that's the next thing with handmade. That's the good thing about handmade products. You put your time, you create your labels, and I'm talking handmade when, like, even when you create your labels, because my products are handmade from the ingredients, the labeling, everything is handmade by me and designed and printed at home. So it's a lot of passion, it's a lot of you inside of it. So it brings out, it's I will say like a passionate type of product. So it's very fun to create it. It is very interesting to create it. It is very, it's challenging, but it just does something for you when you're creating handmade. You learn a lot, right? So that's the difference with handmade. So if you're someone who wants to do that, you want to learn about it, you want to do the experimenting, you want to test it out, you want to actually create it at home, and you want to jar it, and you want to put the time into jarring these products, you want to put the time into creating it, then go ahead. Let's not forget that handmade does take time. Not saying this can't be done, but you cannot say you want to be a handmade business and not understand that this thing is going to take time. It's going to take time. It's going to take a sacrifice, because you're literally going to have to make this by yourself. Probably starting out by yourself, you're going to have to make this on your own. So that's the thing with handmade products. Another pro of handmade products is it is a great selling point to say you made it by yourself, and it is it's like a chip on the shoulder, like, yes, you made it by yourself. So that is a pro for me. With handmade products, you can use them yourself. You can basically do what you want with it because it is yours. You can add ingredients, you can take out ingredients. It's just a whole world of you creating it. The cons that I would say of the handmade skincare products is that the turnover time. Handmade skincare products, I think, sometimes take a lot of work, and I don't think people really realize that it does take a lot of work, and it's something that you have to want to do to continuously do it. You are with handmade skincare products, a question that I'll say for you to ask yourself is, do you see yourself hand making this thing, literally getting up, walking in your home office, creating these products for years? That's the next thing I'd suggest. Think about how long you want to make these things for, because this is so off track, but with my business, yes, I enjoyed making it. Yes, I enjoyed creating it. But one of the reasons why I am pivoting and changing over a bit is because I don't see myself long-term laboring like that. That's not my dream. I don't want to, for the rest of my life, ending my life making stuff and going into my home office, creating things like that. That's not a dream of me. But what I am doing now is more up my alley. I like to teach everybody everything that I know. After a while, when you're making handmade products, there's going to come a point where you're going to have to choose a lane. When I say a lane, I mean you're going to have to choose, are you going to continuously doing this forever? Are you going to do this off the books? Are you going to make it an official business? Are you going to keep doing this for the time being? Do you want to grow it? You know what I'm saying? There's going to come a point where you're going to have to choose with handmade. If you're going to get a warehouse, if you're going to get a production company, what is it that you're going to do to make this more profitable, more feasible, and something that you're happy doing forever? Now, if you're happy just continuously just making it little by little in your home, then that is perfectly fine. If that is you, then you do what suits you, right? Do what is for you. If you feel like you're doing this for now to make some money and then keep it pushing, do what it is for you. So that's why with handmade, it can go anyway. You can start handmade because you just want to make a few bucks right now. You lose your job and you just want to do something right now, then that's fine. With handmade, you can make it super professional and you can go far with it. It is all up to you. I would say also handmade, I don't think handmade takes a lot of money up front. When you really think about this, is just my opinion, I think wholesale and handmade kind of have similar startup, because if you're going to do wholesale, the minimum quantity, depending on where you're getting it from, probably is like 24. And then with handmade, you don't have a minimum quantity, but you have a minimum quantity in where it can't, but you have a minimum quantity of ingredients that you might need, you know, a certain amount. But here's the thing, if you do proper research, proper testing, and weigh, and you know, do it percentage wise, you can know how much ingredients you will need for the product. Just by using your formula sheet, you'll know, all right, in this product, I will need 2 pounds of this, 3 pounds of that, 4 pounds of that, and you can purchase in accordance to what you created in the beginning. Or you purchase small portions, test it, and then create and then sell. That order is, I think, a better way to start. The cons of handmade skincare products involves, I think I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but the time that it takes to make it. It's very time consuming. It is also, you might get a lot, it can become very personal because you make it yourself. So depending on the business owner, you might take remarks or critique from customers as personal because you make them yourself, because they're yours. So that is possible, you know, that can happen as well. Another con with handmade skincare business, you have to, as seasons change, you have to constantly come up with ideas for new things to add to your businesses. You have to create these things. So you have to be creative. You know, you have to be on top of it. You have to keep your customers wanting more and coming back. So that's another thing. I don't know if it's a con, but that's a part of handmade skincare business. And sometimes these new things, you're the one who are creating them. So that's where your time comes in. So with handmade skincare business, it's a time thing. It's a time management thing, because you know you have to do these things. You have to test. You have to do all of that. So and that is why a lot of handmade skincare business owners are very, like, you know, tight with how they do this and how they do that. And I guess it's because, you know, they work so hard, and sometimes they work so hard for things, you just don't want to just give it away. But that's what I'm here for now. I'm just posting everything that I've done. I'm putting it out there because I have a goal, and my goal, me sharing this with you, will not hinder my goal. It would not affect my business or anything like that. With that said, if you're interested in more of these types of videos, skincare business, technical stuff, behind the scene pop-up tips, pop-up shop tips, card readers, definitely subscribe, and I'll share whatever tips I have, whatever tips I learned along the way. I'm gonna pass them on to you on this channel as time goes by. So subscribe and help me on my road to 200 subscribers. Have a wonderful day.